to try it out. Should I do this part black and this part black, and how far? Now it turns gray. Should I take this black all the way over to there, or stop it here? That's where you gotta try things out. You don't know till you see it, what's gonna work on everything. Very strong black shape here. This is definitely a gray shape right back here on this shoulder, right? See where it's white right next to the neck? I would leave that white, but I would take this and do a real expressive line. Maybe it would be black right around here and up here and across here. I might fill that all in with black, then have it travel across the glass until it disappears in a wisp over here. And then leave this all white right in here. And bring that line across here and maybe stop it right there. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Can you think with that information?
Marsha?
Yes.
I've noticed that a lot of these,
Can you move your hands from your
sorry,
mouth? It's
I've
right
noticed
here.
that a lot of these bottles have 2 sources of light or more. Would that be a good idea for setting a project, or do you think it'd be overkill?
It can work. I've seen models done. I'll show you one piece of student work that had more than one source of light. It can work. It's just placing everything correctly so that you define this object and it jumps out of the page. That's the illusion the magic that you're going to create. All right? Like here, we've got very strong black here and around here. Here now, what do you do about this? You fill that all in right there? Well, you play with it. You play with taking that black shape and bringing it down and defining these other shapes with the line. We've got a good strong one going across here. Maybe discontinue it here where it's light gray and pick it up again where it's darker gray. You see that? So you'll have lots of decisions to make about this. Like, this might be a black line coming down most of here, peter out to nothing, pick up again down here and turn into this eyedrop shape. But you may bring a little bit of the line up here again, or just put a little bit of the line opposite it to define that teardrop shaped white space right in there.
Can you go back to that one real quick?
Yes.
The back bottle that's got that kind of like,
This one?
no, the yellow one. It's got that shadow that's,
Yeah, this.
in the middle of it.
This one?
Yeah, how would you paint that black, or is that where you're,
This might be where you interpret it using the line.
okay,
You might bring a line that's thick, like if you can imagine with your charcoal, if you turn your charcoal while you're dragging it across the paper, you can go from a thick to a thin line. It becomes very expressive.
mm-hmm.
So if you began with something a little thicker shape here, but it cuts back right in that little indentation there, and then comes back down around here, then you can decide what looks better. Just stop it there, or should I bring it back up here?
Okay.
Or all the way. Probably wouldn't work to do it all the way.
Okay.
Okay. You've got this very definite black shape in here. Then you've got the little one here. Again, notice how this top of this shadow is on the ellipse, comes across here, top of this shadow is on the ellipse. That's the other thing you want to look for. Is there anywhere I can paint this that is on the structural lines that I created already? Right? That are the edges, the ellipses. Okay. This is a fun one. Does anybody have any object like this with stuff in the bottom like this? No? Okay. Erin, your object has thumb pressed glass type indentions in it?
Yeah, on the inside it is.
Right. So you would look for shapes like this. See how that tells us a whole lot about that shape. Now, it's distorted, so now it's got this all zigzaggy thing across it. That would be awfully difficult. And this is one where you might not have any lines from here to here, and barely one in the middle. And this line with this little shadow shape would come up, it could disappear, and you might just bring this black over a little, that over a little bit, then decide with an expressive little line here and here to define that little area, but leave it mostly white, and then have all of that white. Okay? Few of you have these push-ups in them. And getting this right across the back to get the 3D effect is helpful. The shape of this black right in here, the inner ellipse, keeping that all on the ellipse there. Okay, here's one that would really be quite a challenge. Some of you have things with little holes in them. But you can see where this black, it comes down, it's cut across with a highlight right there, it continues, bulges out a little bit here, comes down fairly straight, goes in a little, disappears, then comes back out. It's like a hump there, and then suddenly we have these interesting loops, almost like the ones on the metal corkscrew. And this whole gray area here, to answer your question, Rick, this would be a great place to use the expressive line here. I mean, down on these shapes, just, and then you'd have to play with how many of them to do, how much of it to do, and do you want to do the counterpart here that's talking to that, and then go black over here, and maybe let that just disappear, this gray on the edge become white. Got a very nice defined black shape here and on the outer edge, and then this is like from here to here, it's nothing. And a little tiny black shape, then nothing. A little tiny black shape, more nothing. Then more definition, little black giving us the bulges of this. You'd have to decide, do you need a little black shape made out of that gray shape? Okay? Decisions, lots of decisions. Here we go again. Here's this curving around here. You can just about squint at this and only paint the black, and you'll have a perfectly good looking corkscrew if these are placed in the right place. That's where the magnifying glass really helps, is to see how specific. Notice how this one ends here, and on the next it ends in almost the same place, and the next it ends on. So you could draw a line across here where they all end. Look for those kind of opportunities, because that really defines the volume for you very nicely. Okay, here was something I wanted to show you. These little black shapes right here, take just these two right here that define this part. They're so totally different from what's over here. And the big mistake that some students make is they study one of these and then they do it to all of them. Well, they don't all look alike, do they? So it requires, a lot of study to figure it out. Like, these are all little black, almost like a comma here coming up. Look how they start to get more like a W, get fatter. Here they go across. Then they disappear. Then there's something in the middle and not out on the edge. Then you have sort of this U-shaped thing inside and on the outside here. Yeah. Yeah.
On the bottom of it, you don't want texture.
You mean down here?
No, like in the middle of the.
In here?
Yeah, it's all texture.
Yeah.
But it's black.
You mean like this little ripply glass, rough glass?
How would you deal with that?
I would squint at it and I would remove the texture. And I would have this white, and I would just do a shape here with a line that showed this, but then I would fill in this part as black, right here, and black here, and sweeping around, and then black along here to define the inner edge, and then it kind of disappears, but it picks up over on the other side with these little humps and a smooth edge on this side, and then about somewhere in here I would cease to define this part, and I would just go off and peter out like that does. Yeah. How about this shape? This would be helpful too. This is the continuation, and again, look at the ellipses. You know, you might want to do a black piece here, discontinue, and then a barely visible line, wisp of it here, then a little thicker, darker, blacker right here. No line here, but you get a little bit up here. Discontinue it, start it back up right in here, discontinue it, and then start it up here and have it blend into this shape. Make this a little shape in here. See that, where this would come down, go up, fill in these, and back around here. And then all of these areas where you didn't have it will be seen anyway, because where you do have it defines it so accurately. Let's see, I think there's, okay, we're back to that, okay. Now, change the subject a little bit. Just your drawing, okay? Just want to show you some drawings. This is a student drawing. Notice how the strokes are so, like, different. Like, you've got really light and textury kind of strokes here, and then it gets dark here. Not by smudging, but just by, you know, beating on the paper with the charcoal. Just getting all those strokes in there. Master drawing. Big ah, okay. All of the volume of her body, the position of it being bent forward, and you don't really see her hips in here, but you kind of do because of how well these lines are placed and the definition of the lines defining, you know, what the paper is doing to say this is her hip or this is her skirt. This is the top of her foot.
That's her leg.
Difference in line. Look how this is black and strong and these are lighter. If the lines here in the face were all as dark as the eyebrows and this tummy line, you know, or this hat line, it would all just be monotonous and it wouldn't have the life that it has. That's too small. This is what we don't do. We want to see all the strokes. We don't want to blend them, even though that's beautiful. Here's a weird one, but these are all little tiny strokes that are built up to form these volumes.
Just blended too.
These are strokes are just smudged up.
They look smudged.
Oh man, hold on. Double A's. I would love that to be a poster.
Mostly strokes in here. A little bit of smudginess.
Just in my back. Above the toilet. Whoa. Look at that.
Okay, these are strokes. Not too much
Like
strokes.
horses.
This is a student from last year. This second one's better. A little too much the same all around here. You know? She came a long way with it though. She really improved a lot. She'd never drawn anything in her life, so. Now here's
Nice.
the one at the beginning of the semester, a little earlier, I should say. And this is a guy that was pretty good at drawing already. Whoops. Go back. There. Okay, you see how much, see the ground? How firmly it sits on the ground. And we really get the whole volume of this thing. so well defined with all of these strokes and this cross hatching. He later went on, I'll try to get his tape dispenser. He did, his reflective object was a tape dispenser, and it was chosen